Okay, what's up, party people? I'm back. My name is Sam. I'm from the United States, and I'm trying to help people understand English better. Today, I'm going to be going over some idioms in English. So here I am building a Notion template. Thank you for coming. Welcome. So the first idiom is hit the jackpot. Hello, Shark Kyle. Good to see you again. So here I am in Notion. To hit the jackpot means to get lucky. Oh no, what did I do? How did I do that? Okay, so the meaning of hit the jackpot means to get lucky. Let me adjust this. So I could make an example and say, I hit the jackpot when I found the great sale. Right? I was very lucky to have found the sale. The cheap things to buy. Pour myself some tea here. So, the next idiom, to break new ground. To break new ground means to start something new. Right? I'm breaking new ground. How can I make an example of breaking new ground? Well, we could say it was groundbreaking. SpaceX is breaking new ground in rocket tech. The next idiom is go the extra mile. Mile is a unit of measurement that people in America use, right? Most of the world uses kilometers, but Americans, I don't know why, use miles. A mile is longer than a kilometer. A mile is almost 2 kilometers. But to go the extra mile means to do more than expected. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I wonder if Notion template is the best way to do this. Well, maybe not, whatever. The worker went the extra mile by staying late. Shark Kyle says, does your Notion get sluggish with high word counts? I have not noticed my Notion getting slower with high word counts, but I don't use Notion super often. I use it sometimes, but I don't know if I like Notion yet. I think it can be useful, but still not sure if I like it. Got 25 people here. Ooh, I got another follower. Thank you for following. Thank you guys for coming. So, ooh, this is a good one. Think outside the box. When you think outside the box, that means to think creatively. Right? Let's think outside the box and come up with a new idea. To think outside the box means to think differently than normal, right? To be more creative, to not think the same way as everybody else. Zeiss says, good morning, sir. Good morning to you. Thanks for coming. Ooh, somebody shared the live. Zeiss shared the live. Thank you for doing that. Sweet. The next idiom, a game changer. A game changer is something that, I'll say something new that helps a lot. Something new that helps very much is a game changer, right? I would say, what's an example of a game changer? Having a smartphone is a game changer. And if you do not have a smartphone, then people who do have smartphones are going to have an advantage. Oh, Zui says, what is keep someone on their toes? Well, let's add that one. Zian Zif says, hello from Odessa. Wow, welcome. Thank you for coming. I hope you can see my screen okay. Can you read this all right? And I hope you can hear me too, because my microphone does not work today. I'm thoroughly annoyed with my microphone because it does not work. Let's say keep someone on their toes. To keep someone on their toes means to make someone pay attention, right? I want to keep him on his toes, right? I don't want him to relax. I want him to pay attention. Someone with an Arab name says, hello, teacher. Hello, friend. Thank you for coming. Right. I kept my students on their toes, right? I made sure they paid attention, right? I did not want them to lose focus, right? I kept them on their toes. Zeiss says, what are we going to learn today, sir? Today, I'm just going over some idioms. Later, I will go over phrasal verbs, but for now, I just want to do some idioms. So if you're learning English, these idioms should be helpful, I hope. Let's see, the next one is raise the bar. To raise the bar means to, I want to raise the bar. I want to make the expectations higher. That's one way to say it. Let's say increase, to increase the expectations. Right? I will learn everything from you, sir. Oh, great. I hope you can learn something from me. I'm trying my best. Raise the bar. To increase the expectations. Let's see. Tesla raised the bar for automobile manufacturing. Right? Tesla is going crazy with car manufacturing. They really raised the bar. Right? They increased the expectations. Now the normal is higher than it used to be because Tesla raised the bar. Hit the ground running. To hit the ground running means to begin immediately. Right? I hit the ground running this morning. I did not wait. I hit the ground running this morning. That means I started immediately. I did not wait. I did not procrastinate. I hit the ground running. I started immediately. Make a name for yourself. If you make a name for yourself, that means to become famous, right? If I say, I'm trying to make a name for myself, it means I'm trying to become famous. One friend says, teacher, how can I learn English fast? Well, it's difficult to learn a new language. I recommend using flashcards. I think you should write on one side the English word and on the other side the translation and practice these all the time, right? Put them in your pocket, and instead of taking out your phone and looking at Instagram, you should look at your flashcards to learn English every day. Stella G says, I can't see clearly. Oh no. Maybe it would be better if I just did this in a Word document like usual. So let me find my Word document. I don't want a Google search. What is all this stuff? Open. ELNKA says, where are you now, mister? I am in Vietnam. Let's see, what is this file called? Crucial Idioms. So give me one moment. I'm going to change. I'm going to stop using Notion because I don't think you guys can see it well enough. So I need to share a different thingy. How do I do that? Sorry, this is taking me some time. I'm going slow. Okay, hide that. All right, here we are. Can you see this Word document? Okay, you should probably be able to see this a little bit better than you could see the Notion. Notion is probably not the best for sharing on live stream. Make that a little bit bigger. Okay, so this should be a little bit more clear, right? I hope so. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Nowadays it says, what time per day would you recommend to study? Whatever time per day is most convenient for you, maybe in the morning. I think you should study occasionally, right? Study for 10 minutes 3 times a day, if you can. Chuat Hamster Tik Nya says, hello, Tay. Hello, Chuat Hamster. Zui says, I don't know, I can see and hear you loudly clear. I can hear you and see you clearly. Good, I'm glad, Zui. Sorry, I'm not very good at talking right now. Greetings from Indonesia. Oh, hello. Okay, Stella understands everything. Now, yes, perfect. Lovely. So, back to idioms. Where was I? Oh, yeah, I was at make a name for yourself. Now let's look at reach new heights. Reach new heights, what does that mean? Reach new heights means to achieve greater goals. For example, I reached new heights by working harder, I guess. To seal the deal, right? If I'm dealing with somebody, I want to seal the deal, right? Come to an agreement, right? I want to seal the deal. I sealed the deal when the man agreed to buy my product. Let me adjust this a wee bit so that everything stays on the screen. A little bit more. And a little bit more. Let's see, I guess a little bit more than that. Okay, so you should be able to see everything on my screen now. Oh, you know what? Let me make this pages also. Oh, that's going to screw everything up, isn't it? Ay. This TikTok live stream is... Oh, wait. Okay, I think that's okay. All right, sorry for all the wasted time here. But anyway, thank you guys for coming. Thanks to those of you who shared this live stream and liked it. And, ooh, Quinn sent me a heart. Thank you so much for the heart. Okay, so here we are on number 17, going over idioms today. Idioms in English. I encourage you to repeat after me or take notes if you're trying to improve your English communication. All of these idioms would be good to use on the IELTS test, for example. So to get the ball rolling means to begin something. Right? I want to get the ball rolling. I want to start. I want to begin. I don't want to wait. I want to get the ball rolling. So let's get the ball rolling and start work. To get the ball rolling. To begin something. Next up, idiom number 20, on the right track. Chuat Hamster says, I can't see the ones on top. Camera on my phone hides it. Oh, so sorry. Well, Chuat Hamster, if you want this entire document, you can access it for free in, where did it go? In the WhatsApp group. Sorry, I need to resize this. I keep messing up. Anyway, so idiom number 20, on the right track, means that you are doing the correct thing. All right, so you are on the right track for learning English. If I could just type that right. You are on the right track. You are doing the correct thing. If I say you are not on the right track, that means you are doing something wrong. It means you need to improve your method for doing whatever it is you're doing. Zui says, can you share the link through your bio, sir, please? Well, if you look in my bio, there is a link to the WhatsApp group. And if you look there, there's a group called Teaching Materials, and in the bio of that Teaching Materials group, you can find the link to access all of this stuff for free. Maybe my wife could turn down her microphone so that I don't hear the echo of myself. Lou says, I thought begin equals start. Yes, begin does equal start. Andre Nikki says, hello, do you have YouTube? Yes, I do have YouTube. You can find it, Speak Up English. Stella says, well, I am Goy. Not sure what you mean. Zui says, thank you, you're so welcome. Stella G says, I'm going to join WhatsApp. Oh, good. I'm glad. Okay, so anyway, Blue Sky says, there's an idiom for 6 and 7. That's 6s and 7s, meaning all messed up situation. Yes, Blue Sky, you are correct. Did you happen to see how many people I follow? Chuat Hamster says, are you a freelance teacher or do you work for a language? You mean a language center? No, I'm a freelance teacher. Anyway, idiom number 23, skyrocket, means to increase a lot quickly. So let's see, the value of Tesla skyrocketed. Means the value went up very fast, very high. I don't know why I keep using Tesla as my example today. It's just what comes to mind. Whoa, 6, 7. Neelar says, hello. Hello, Neelar. Shark Kyle shared the YouTube. Thank you. Johnsa 2020 says, I want to learn skills for GCSE. Well, good luck with that. I hope I can help you. Moko Wani says, I want to expand my English, but I don't know how. Do you have any tips? I do have one tip for now, and that tip is to write flashcards. Put them in your pocket and take them with you everywhere. When you're waiting for your coffee, don't open Instagram, open your flashcards. Muggo Wani. Also, I have an online course, most of which is completely free, and you can access that through the WhatsApp group at the link in my bio, or you can message me. Wow, Nurmiati sent a heart. Thank you. Oh, and roses. That's so nice of you. Thank you. Very generous. 26. Please wait for me one moment. I'll be right back. Oh, shoot. Now you saw that I'm wearing shorts. You only thought that I was professional. Johnson says, thank you. You're welcome. Umi Anita Satfia Hia says, ape die. Ape die? Like, you want me to die and I'm an ape? What does that mean? Anyway, talking about crucial idioms in English. To strike gold means to get very lucky. I struck gold when I found the perfect product to sell. Moot Up says, what are we talking about today? We are talking about idioms in English. So to strike gold means to get very lucky. To strike means to hit, right? So I hit gold, right? As if I was digging, and after I started digging, I found gold, right? I got so lucky. I struck gold when I found the perfect product to sell. Next up, 29. Take the bull by the horns. What does it mean to take the bull by the horns? So a bull is a male cow. It's like a cow that has horns, right? Take the bull by the horns. So if I take the bull by the horns, that means that I take action. To take action. Maybe bravely, ambitiously. Take the bull by the horns. You should take the bull by the horns and study every day, right? If you want to learn English quickly, you need to take the bull by the horns, right? You need to try your best, right? Take action ambitiously. To try very hard, right? Take the bull by the horns. Take the initiative. Ooh, that's an even better way to say it. To take the initiative, right? Take the bull by the horns. Take the initiative, right? Begin taking action. To come out on top. This is our next idiom for today. To come out on top just means, basically means to win, right? What's a good example for come out on top? The best performing company came out on top, right? The best performing company won, right? They did the best. Set the world on fire. What on earth does this idiom mean? If I set the world on fire, means to do something super viral. I think I could say that correctly. Set the world on fire. Let's do something super viral. Who has set the world on fire recently? Well, let's go back in time. Michael Jackson set the world on fire with his first album. Right? Michael Jackson became super viral. He set the world on fire. ELN1KA says, when are you starting the class? I do live streams almost every day, starting at 11 a.m. Vietnam time. Next idiom. Let's see. I'm by Nuro Salam says, I'm into English meaning I like English. Yes, I enjoy learning English. Yes, to be into something. Anyway, make waves. Ooh. Zui sent a heart. Donnie the Alchemist sent a heart. Thank you guys so much for sending stuff. That's really nice. So make waves. To do something controversial. I'm going to choose Donald Trump. We'll say that Donald Trump made waves when he became president. Right? Many people were very emotional, like they were upset, or some people were happy, some people were very angry. But people had strong emotion when Donald Trump became president, right? We could say he made waves. I'm by Nuru Salam says, tell me what's one good thing that happened to you today? Well, I went for a walk with my son, and my son makes me happier than most other things. To hit a snag, talking about problems and challenges. Again, if you're new, my name is Sam. I'm from the United States, and I'm trying to help people improve their English. Today, I'm talking about some English idioms. And I'm just reading through these slowly. I'd love it if you followed me. Please check out my WhatsApp group. There you can find this document and many other documents and resources for free. Somebody says, what do you have basic class? I do have some classes. If you're interested in classes with me, please message me here on TikTok or on WhatsApp. You can find the link to the WhatsApp group in my bio. Anyway, to hit a snag means to encounter a problem. I hit a snag when my plan, or let's see, I hit a snag when my, let's say plan didn't go as I thought it would. Something that inconveniences me, right? I encountered a problem. I hit a snag. Like when you're walking through the forest, if you hit a snag, it means like a tree, you get stuck on a tree or a bush or something. That's a snag. It's something that makes you stop. ELN says that's basic class free or pay. My classes, people have to pay for. My live stream's free, but I do have to pay my rent and buy food, but they're not expensive. Nguyen Huing says, where do you live? I live in Vietnam, in Cang Hoa. Where do you live, Nguyen Huing? Back to the drawing board. The next idiom, number 24, back to the drawing board means to begin from the beginning again, right? Our plan failed, so we had to go back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board. Right? I had a problem and I couldn't figure out how to fix it. So I had to go back to the drawing board. I had to begin all over again. Right? Our plan failed, so we had to go back to the drawing board. Yeah, Zui says, agree, gotta put food on the table, laugh, cry. Well, I try not to be greedy. I try to be generous, and I want to help people, but if I don't have any money, then I can't live stream at all. So I have to make a little bit of money. The class pay by USD or what? I accept any money, any kind. Nguyen Huing says, thank you. You live in Cang Hoa, Nha Trang. That is correct. Where do you live, Nguyen Huing? J Blab Hit Am says, slow, plis pack. Is that, what language is that? So Proud Salon says, you are a teacher. Yes, I am a teacher. Are you accept Indonesia rupiah? Sure, why not? Up in the air means undecided. What we will eat for dinner is up in the air. Right? We have not decided yet what we will eat for dinner. So it is up in the air. Right? My plan for the future is up in the air. Right? I do not know yet. I have not decided. It is still unclear. Nguyen Huing lives in Ho Chi Minh City. Oh, excellent. Thank you for coming today and welcome. Next idiom. Idiom number 30. In hot water. Uh-oh. That means you're in trouble. The student was in hot water when he was caught cheating. Right? He's in trouble. He's in hot water. He did something wrong, and now he's in hot water. He's in trouble. Oh No Game says, is it A1? It's about A2 to B1, I would say. I don't know. Somewhere in the B, I think. EL1KA says, where can I contact you, mister? You can contact me here on TikTok or on WhatsApp. So feel free to message me. You can just say hi. I'm always looking for new friends. And if you want some help learning, message me and I will try to help you as best I can. Zui says, does that mean the same thing as caught red-handed? Well, sort of. You could say he was caught red-handed and now he's in hot water. Right? If you're caught red-handed, it means you're caught while doing the bad thing. Right? Your hand is red because there's blood on it because you just killed somebody. I probably should not have said that on TikTok. Probably going to get shadow banned now. Oh well. Let's see. Viva sent me a rose. Thank you. Peaches sent a peach. Ah, thanks, everybody. Somebody from, I think, Thailand sent a glow stick. Thank you so much. You're so generous. Boo says, hi, teacher. Should we use idioms in IELTS test? Yes, you should use idioms everywhere. The IELTS test, daily life. Idioms increase your fluency in English. Sabir Ahmed says, excellent. Thank you, Sabir Ahmed. You are excellent too. ELN1KA says, can I contact you via WhatsApp? Yes, you can contact me via WhatsApp or TikTok. If you want WhatsApp, please go to my profile and find the link. Stella is from Argentina. Wow, that is a long ways away. Welcome to you, Stella. Face the music. To face the music means to accept a punishment or... I shouldn't say punishment. To face the music means to accept consequences. I had to face the music over my bad decision. Right? I had to accept the consequences of my bad decision. Yoanita Nita says, hi. Hi, Yoanita Nita. Thank you for coming. Welcome. ELN1KA says, is your number same with the admin group on WhatsApp? Yes. Yes, should be. I mean, I made the group, so yeah. Anyway, to face the music, right? To accept consequences. I did something wrong. I made a bad decision. And now I have to face the music. Up next, I'm talking about idioms in English. Betty Masha asks, hey, coach, how do you type on the top of the screen I want to learn? Well, I use TikTok Live Studio to do that. If you want help to do that, please message me and I will respond to you later. Kostya says, hi, is it possible to see the whole list? Yes, it is possible to see the whole list. Please go to the WhatsApp group, go to Teaching Materials, and in the description you will find a link to all of this material and more. Okay. Chic Finds Daily. Hello, sir. Do you have some kind of files that shared publicly? Yes. All kinds of files of mine can be found in the WhatsApp group. So if you want these files, you can download them for free. Hello from Peru, suffering to learn English. Oh, well, Lulu, I will help you as much as I can. Zian Nazif says, teacher, I can't remember new words. If you want to remember new words, I think you should write them down on paper, because writing a word will help you remember it. And instead of looking at Instagram, you should take out your flashcards so you can remember them. Yaki says, what are you doing there? I'm live streaming. Sozan says, give me your WhatsApp number, please. Please find my WhatsApp in my bio. There is a link to my WhatsApp group, and you can contact me there. Or you can message me here on TikTok. Okay, so somebody said, throw in the towel means to give up. Shags says, throw in the towel as in like for boxing. Exactly. This idiom comes from boxing, right? When you throw the towel, when you literally throw the towel, it means you quit, you give up, right? I threw in the towel because the task was too hard. Right? The task was too difficult, so I gave up. I threw in the towel. Practice saying that word with me. Towel. It's a strange word, isn't it? Towel. It's almost like, it's hard to say. Is it one syllable or two? Because I don't say towel. I say towel. Placha69 says, your eyes. What about my eyes? Are they ugly? Betty Masha says, Coach, I have sent a treasure box up there. You sent a treasure box? Wow, thank you. I'm not sure what a treasure box is, but I'm very grateful for any gifts. McCann Pet Shop sent me a donut. Ooh, I love donuts. Somebody likes the sound of the keyboard. Cool. Bless says, what is this material about? This is about idioms in English. So if you're learning English and you want to learn some idioms, this is a good place to be. Pacha says, beautiful. Thank you, Pacha. You're so sweet. Pasma Rosaline says, I learned a new expression today. Face the music. Yes. All right. So moving on. Bite the bullet. To bite the bullet. So imagine a bullet, like from a gun. I'm biting it. All right, because I'm in lots of pain. And to help me deal with the pain, I'm biting the bullet. So this means I'm going to bite the bullet. To endure necessary pain or hardship. I didn't want to go, but I bit the bullet and went anyway. So I did not want to go to work yesterday, but I bit the bullet and went anyway, right? I endured the necessary pain or hardship. Oh, people can collect coins from the treasure box. Well, that's awesome. Thank you, Betty Masha. Lady Davenport means to accept something is hard, but do it anyway. Yes, exactly. Bite the bullet. To accept that this is going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. I'm not going to enjoy this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Hio Tat says, hello. Hi, Hio Tat. So catch-22 situation. This is the name of a novel. It's a very good novel. I enjoy catch-22. But a catch-22 situation is when all options are bad. I found myself in a catch-22 when, let's see, what was I in a catch-22 over? I found myself in a catch-22 when both roads led to places I didn't want to go. It's not a very good example, but it's the best I can come up with right now. Right? A catch-22 situation, when you have options and they are all bad, right? Then you'll have to bite the bullet and just choose one. Blanca sent gifts. Thank you, Blanca. That's so nice. And Alexandra sent me something too. Thank you, guys. Well, I got hearts. I got Go Populars, roses. Wow, that's amazing. You guys are so grateful, or so generous. How fun. Alec Keen 2410 says, hello, hello, and welcome. Thank you for coming. Sabir Ahmed says, please talk about African accents. Are they understandable or complex? Well, there are many accents in Africa. I have had many friends from Nigeria, and some of them were very difficult to understand. But I have had many very good friends from Africa, so I enjoy talking to Africans, and sometimes their accents are very thick, very difficult to understand. Again, welcome everybody. My name is Sam. I'm from the United States. I'm trying to help you with English if you're learning English. Today I'm talking about idioms. So, on thin ice. If you're on thin ice, you are in, how do I say, trepidatious. Stella says, I understand you very well. Oh, I'm so glad. So to be on thin ice means to be, let's say, in a risky situation. right? It would be easy to have a big problem if you're on thin ice. Maybe if you're in trouble, right? If my child has been acting bad, I could say, "You're on thin ice, mister." The student was on thin ice because of his misbehavior. Right? He's been acting bad, and if he acts bad again, he's going to be in big trouble. So he's on thin ice. Right? As if you're walking on ice and it's very thin, it would be easy to break and fall into the cold water. Right? So if you're on thin ice, you're in kind of a dangerous situation. Between a rock and a hard place. What does this mean? Well, I mean, a rock is hard. So, in a difficult situation. Yaki asks, what is misbehavior? Misbehave means to act bad. Right? If my student is saying bad words and he's not being nice, I could say that's misbehavior. But anyway, between a rock and a hard place, in a difficult situation. I was between a rock and a hard place when my car broke down in the rain. Right? I'm in a difficult situation. I'm between a rock and a hard place. Notice how, with my pronunciation, because I'm an American, I don't say and a, I say anda. Say that with me, anda. Between a rock and a hard place. Actually, put all three words together, and a hard, and a hard. Between a rock and a hard place. Right? American accent will often put words together. And a hard place. Between a rock and a hard place. To be in a difficult situation. So the opposite of being between a rock and a hard place is smooth sailing, an easy situation. It was all smooth sailing after I got my car fixed. Right? Like to sail on a boat, to sail smoothly. Right? There's no waves, there's no storm. I'm sailing on my boat and I'm going smoothly. Right? I'm not rocking up and down and it's not difficult. I'm not between a rock and a hard place. A win-win situation. Well, a win-win situation means all of my options are good. It's not like being in a rock and a hard place, right? What was the other one earlier? Oh, a catch-22 situation. This would be the opposite of a win-win situation, right? If I'm in a catch-22, that means all of my options are bad. But if I'm in a win-win situation, then anything I do will be good. All my options are good. Giovanni sent a gift. Thank you, Giovanni. Betty, Masha, Johnsa, Blanca. You guys are so generous. Thank you so much. And thank everybody for coming, sharing, and following me. Again, my name is Sam, and I'm teaching English. I live in Vietnam, but I'm from America. Today, I'm talking about idioms. To hit rock bottom. Hitting rock bottom is not a good thing. You don't want to hit rock bottom. Let's see. To hit rock bottom, to reach a low place. To arrive at a bad position. Maybe, let's say the worst position. Nhà mình tên bút. Hi, so much love from Saigon. Hi, thank you for being here. Thanks for the love. So much love from Nha Trang. Alexandra says, hello, Sam. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. Thank you for being here. Amar Murik says, a win-win can be like if we do, yeah. Sang says, are you teaching at a center or at a school? I teach some private classes online. Right now, I'm just live streaming for fun and to try to help people. To hit rock bottom. This is an idiom that means to reach a low place, right? The worst position. We could say the man hit rock bottom when his wife left him. Right? He was so sad. He didn't know what to do when his wife left. He hit rock bottom. Right? His luck could not be very much worse. The alphabet says, how long have you been in Vietnam? Is your Vietnamese fluent? My Vietnamese is near fluent, but it's far from perfect. It's not very good, but it's okay. The ball is in your court. You are the person who can make the decision. The ball is in your court as to what we should do next. Right? You can make the decision. The ball is in your court. Right? I will not decide. You must decide. Because the ball's in your court. It's like basketball. Right? There's a basketball court. Chow Wan Bak Mao. Why Europeans speak English better than Asia? Well, English is a European language, so it's like family with other languages such as German. English is a Germanic language. So tiếng Anh và tiếng Đức họ hàng. So they're more similar than English and Vietnamese, for example. So that's probably why Europeans often speak English better than Asians, because your English is a European language. To cut corners. This means to do something not the right way. Quickly. Right? The lazy worker cut corners because he wanted to go home early. So it's not good to cut corners. We should not cut corners, right? We should do things thoroughly and we should do them well. If we cut corners, it just means we're lazy, right? We want to do something quickly. Ayla sent something. What did Ayla send? Ooh, a glow stick. Wow, thank you. Peony sent a rose. Thank you, Peony. Thank you so much for the gifts. You're so generous and nice. Isabel says, this will help me a lot. Oh, I'm so glad, Isabel. I'm trying to be helpful. Again, these are basic English idioms. To drop the ball. If I drop the ball, basically means to fail at something. Or he really dropped the ball. Yeah. The worker dropped the ball yesterday. And now we have to fix everything. It's not a great example, but it'll work. To drop the ball. Man, I really dropped the ball when I forgot to do my homework. Right? I forgot to do my homework. I dropped the ball. I failed to do it. Yaki says, how often are you streaming? I stream almost every day, starting at 11 a.m. Vietnamese time. Oh, I wish I could speak that language, Stella. Don't know what that means. All right, cool. Yaki, I think you're awesome, Yaki. To go downhill. To decrease in quality. Right? The restaurant went downhill when the talented chef quit. Right? So this restaurant used to be really good because they had a great chef. But that chef quit. So the restaurant went downhill. Right? Now the food is not so good because it went downhill. Hoang Viet says, hi, husband. Hi, Hoang Viet. Hoang Viet. Now that's are you a man or a woman? I think Hoang usually is a man's name, right? It means king. Am I right about that? Hang in there means to persist, to not give up. Hang in there, my friend. if you try hard, you will succeed. Somebody says, you want to see 49. Where was 49? Oh, there is no 49. Why is there no 49? Huh. I don't know. Sorry, I didn't notice that. I don't know what happened to 49. Sorry, Charlize. Chow Wan Bak Mao says, your Vietnamese is very good. Oh, thank you. I try. So hang in there, guys. If you're struggling to learn English, just hang in there. Right? Be patient. Persist. You will be okay. Amar Murik says, will this be on a website or something? Well, if you want to access this document and many more documents, you can do so by entering my WhatsApp group, and you can find this document. Stella G is going to sleep. Good night, Stella G. I hope you sleep well and have good dreams. Thank you for coming today. To weather the storm also means to persist. To keep going despite hardship. Right? You're in a difficult situation, but I think you should weather the storm, right? I know things are hard, but you should try to weather the storm. This is like if you're on a boat in the ocean, and there's a bad storm, you need to try to get through it, try to survive, try to not die. Oh, look at all these roses people have been sending me. Wow, thank you for the roses, Peony and Calice. So weather the storm. All right, the next idiom. Again, today I'm talking about idioms. To put out fires means to solve problems. I spent all morning putting out fires at the office. Right? This is not real fires. This is an idiom. Right? I'm not actually putting out fires. I'm solving problems. Right? The fires are my problems, and I'm solving them. I'm putting them out. Right? I have lots of problems. I have lots of fires to put out. I mean, itchy nose. The next idiom on this list, number 55. How did I get through so many idioms so quickly? But earlier today, it took me forever to get through what I was doing earlier. Damage control means to stop problems from getting worse. We need to run damage control on the poor customer service. Again, damage control. All right, somebody in Russian, their name is Yanya, says Я подумал, что вы Epstein. Are you talking about Epstein, like Jeffrey Epstein? Sorry, I don't know how to read Russian. Mamoyo says, is the same as rectify? Same. To do damage control, yes, means to rectify. To try to fix something, sort of. Itchy nose. Same, yes. Okay, so that was a bunch of idioms. Maybe I'll go, why not? I'll go 6 more minutes on idioms, and then I'm going to switch to phrasal verbs. Cost an arm and a leg means very expensive. I wanted to buy the jacket, but it costs an arm and a leg. To be very expensive, to cost a lot of money, right? Cost an arm and a leg. So if I want to buy something from you and you wanted me to pay for it with my arm and my leg, that would be crazy, right? Because I don't want to give you my arm and my leg. So, if something costs an arm and a leg, it's super expensive. It's a lot of money. Tom Ming Ding Day sent a rose. Thank you, Tom Ming Ding Day. That's so nice of you. The next idiom, break even, means to not profit, let's say to neither profit nor lose. In order to break even, we need to sell at least 10 products. Right? Let's say that I want to sell these pencils. First, I have to buy a bunch of pencils. And then at some point, I'm going to break even. Right? At some point, I'm going to get my money back. And after that, I will make profit. After that, I will make money. But first, I have to break even. I have to make the same amount of money that I spent. P says, oh my God, you can speak Vietnamese. Thầy có. Thầy đã sống ở Việt Nam 8 năm rồi. What the hell, bozo? What the hell, bozo? Funny name. So if I say that costs an arm and a leg, is this valid? You should say that costs. That costs an arm and a leg. Dom says, nice explanation. Thanks, Dom. Do native speakers use these idioms regularly? Yes, Dom. I am a native speaker, and I do say these things. Right? I would say, we need to break even on the product, or that costs an arm and a leg. You nailed it in Vietnamese. Oh, thanks. I try. If something costs an arm and a leg, you could also say it was a king's ransom. Or if something's super cheap, you could say, he sold it for a song. All right, what time are we going on here? 57 minutes. Okay, maybe I'll get through one or two more of these before I switch to phrasal verbs. In the red, to make profit or to lose money. So is the business in the red, which means making money, or in the black? Oh, I've got this backwards. Sorry. I'm all messed up. To lose money. Sorry. To make money. So is the business in the red? Is it losing money? Or is it in the black? Is it making money, making profit? Right? You want to be in the black. Right? You don't want to be in the red. If you're in the black, you're making money. You're getting profit. All right, one more, and then I will switch to phrasal verbs. Ballpark figure is a rough estimate. Can you give me a ballpark figure on how much it will cost? Right, give me a rough estimate as to how much it will cost. If I say, give me a ballpark figure for how much I need to pay for a car, you could say, about $20,000. That's my ballpark figure, because it could be 25 or it could be 15, right? A ballpark figure is a very broad, very rough estimate. I want a ballpark figure of how many languages are spoken in Indonesia. You could say, about 700. It's actually more. Did you know that? Did you know that there are 700 languages, 718 languages spoken in Indonesia? I think that's crazy. Gotta breathe. All right, so what are we doing now? I need to switch to something different. I am going to talk about phrasal verbs now. If I can find that document. Where are my phrasal verbs? File, open. Come to daddy. Think this is it. There we go. My phrasal verbs. Uh-oh, looks like I need to resize this thing because you can't see all of it. Oops, not resize me, resize the document. Oh, well, you know what? Actually, this is what I'm going to do. Please be patient with me. Okay, now I think you can see everything. All right. Just check this and make sure. Okay, well, I hope you can see this. Okay, so phrasal verbs. Nacha says, good morning, hope you're doing well. Good morning, Nacha. Thank you for coming and welcome. Welcome, everybody. Again, my name is Sam. I am from the United States, and I'm trying to help people improve their English. I live stream here almost every day at 11 a.m. Vietnam time. You can get this document and many, many other resources for free if you join my WhatsApp group. The link is in my bio. Anyway, phrasal verbs. I will probably not get to all 100 today, but here we go. To carry out, to perform, to do something, to complete something. Eddie says, hi, great classes. Thank you. So carry out. We need to carry out the plan immediately. Say that word with me. Immediately. How many syllables? I-me-di-it-li. 5 syllables. Put the emphasis on the second syllable. So immediately. Immediately. It means right now. We will not wait. We will carry out the plan immediately. We will do the thing right now. To come up with, right? She came up with a brilliant idea, right? She had a brilliant idea. She had a very smart idea. Yogo Sigi says, Sam, I've joined the group. Oh, good. I'm so glad. To carry out, to do, to perform. We need to carry out the plan. We already did come up with. Figure out means to understand or solve. We need to figure out what to do. Right? Can you figure out this problem? Can you solve this problem? Right? We need to figure out how to learn a new language quickly. We need to figure out how to solve hunger or stop war or whatever. Layla Kolbina says, hello, when are you sharing the live broadcast? I want to watch it. I go live almost every day, starting at 11 a.m. Vietnam time. Where do you live, Layla? Anyway, phrasal verbs. Number 4, to fill in, means to complete. Literally means to write, right? Please fill in the form. Right? Complete the form. Fill in your name, fill in your address, fill in your phone number. Leila Colbina is in France. Cool. Hello to France. Yuko Sigi says, Indonesia, your live start at 1 p.m. Really? I thought that Indonesia was on the same time as Vietnam. Really? Today I started much earlier, but oh, that's right. Okay, sorry. Yes, I did start one at 1 p.m. I also did one earlier at 11. Joe Schmo, fill in, fill out. Yes, fill out the form, fill in the form. Same, basically. All right. Moving on with phrasal verbs, get along. To have a good relationship with, right? I get along well with my team. I get along with my friends. I think I am easy to get along with. Somebody shared the live. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you for sending gifts. Thanks for being here. Smokio says, do you give private lessons? Yes, I do. You can message me about that if you want. Mr. Peabody says, I thought fill out and fill in are different. Well, so I don't want to confuse you, but I would say fill out the form, fill in your name. You could say fill in the form, but it's better to say fill out the form, fill in your name. So let me fix that. Please fill out the registration form by filling in your name. Right, so to fill out the form is to complete it. All right, I don't mean to get too confusing. To fill out the form means to fill in everything, right? Fill in your name, fill in your phone number, fill out the form by doing all of that. Does that make sense? I didn't mean to accidentally be confusing. Hoy BV says, good luck. Thank you. Good luck to you, my friend. Amuro says, where do you live? I live in Vietnam. Where do you live, Amuro? So, get along, to have a good relationship with, right? To be friends, right? We get along. Try to get along with everybody. Number 6, get back to. Reply later. I'll get back to you tomorrow. That means tomorrow I will call you, or I will message you, or I will email you, right? I'll get back to you later. I will contact you later. I will reply later. Shark Kyle says, fill out as a bigger picture of fill in. Yeah, I would say fill out means to complete the form, And you complete the form by filling in all of the different parts. So fill in is like a smaller part of fill out, strictly speaking. Pasma Rosalie says, thanks very much from Cameroon. Wow. Huang Tain says, can I get that document? Yes, you can get that document. You just need to go to my WhatsApp group, join it, and find teaching materials. You can access this document and many, many other documents for free. Or you can message me here on TikTok, and I will help you later when I have time. Number 7, go over means to review. Let's go over the contract again. Let's read it again, right? Let's review it again. Let's go over some phrasal verbs, right? Today we are going over phrasal verbs. We are reviewing phrasal verbs. To hand in, to submit, right? Please hand in your homework. Please hand in the document means to give it to me. Submit it. Smokio says, is it possible to say go over with? Go over with, not really. We could say, I want you to go over this with me. You could say that. Go over the lesson with me. And then hand in your homework. Pasma Rosalie says, please is the difference between fill out and fill in. Yeah. Let me try this one more time. Let's say that I have a form, right? There are different parts of the form. I need to put my name here, and I need to put my phone number here. So I will fill in my name, and I will fill in my phone number. And then when I'm finished, I can say I filled out the form. Here's a form. I need you to fill it out. And to fill it out, you need to fill in your name and fill in your phone number. Point out, to indicate. He pointed out several mistakes. Can you point out to me who is your friend? There are many people here, and I don't know who your friend is. Can you point them out? You're welcome, Pasma. To put off means to postpone, right? To do it later. We can't put off this decision, right? We must decide now. We cannot put it off, right? I'm going to put off doing my homework. I don't want to do it now, so I'm going to put it off, right? I'm going to do it later. I'm not going to do it now. All right, moving on with phrasal verbs in English. To set up, to arrange, to establish. We set up a new meeting. Right? We arranged a new meeting. We established a new meeting. I want to set up a class, right? I want to arrange a class. I want to set up a phone call. I want to plan to have, to set up. Ooh, Anna sent a heart, Wick sent a rose and a glow stick. Sheesh. Thank you guys. Sending me gifts. That is so sweet of you. You're so nice. I love it. You're generous. All right, where are we? Phrasal verbs. Take over, take control. She will take over the department. She will become the boss. Right? She will take it over. Thomas Chojnovsky. Wow, I don't know how to say that. Take over. Yep. Wait Taibao says, this is helpful, sir. Oh, I'm so glad it's helpful, Taibao. So famous. Thank you, Sam. You're so welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you guys for following and liking and sharing. If tenants done follow. Cool. Awesome. 14. To turn down. Reject. They turned down our offer. This means they said no, right? They refused, they rejected. Zui says he appreciates it. Oh, my pleasure. Thank you, Zui. Martha Tarawali, I'm new here. Well, welcome, Martha. Thank you for coming. My name is Sam, and I teach English. Today, I'm just going over some phrasal verbs. Sorry. Drinking some warm water here, but still kind of losing my voice. To turn down, to reject. I wanted to go on a date with that girl, but she turned me down. She said, nope, not gonna do it. I reject you. I turn you down. Please don't turn me down. Please don't reject me. Don't turn down my offer. To work out. To work out can mean to exercise, but in this example, to work out means to solve or develop. We need to work out the details. We need to work out how to learn English quickly. Right? We need to work that out. We need to find the way. ABCD says, how many phrasal verbs do you teach? Today, I will teach probably for another 20 minutes or so. This document has 100 phrasal verbs, but I do not have time for all of them. But if you want this, you can download it for free. Just go to the WhatsApp group and find teaching materials, and you can download this and many more things. Zui says, does turn down also mean disappoint someone? Like you turn me down? No, not quite. Turn down means to say no, right? If I ask you to do something and you turn me down, that means you say no, you refuse. Samuel, that's my name. Yes, I do live in Vietnam. Oh, well, shoot, these phrasal verbs don't have an example. So I will have to think of one. To back out, to means to withdraw. They backed out of the deal, right? They decided not to do it. They backed out. Martha really wants to learn English. Well, learn English with me. I hope I can help you. Nowadays, it's so hard to apply words which have lots of meaning. Yes, I agree. It's a bummer. Yokosigi, you can drink water first. Yes, sir. I'm drinking as we go. I drink lots of water, lots of tea. Nicole says, how can I listen to this live, Gagarin? Do you mean again? It can be recorded. If you want to listen to this live again, I could upload it to YouTube if you really want me to. Joe Schmo, if you want the documents, such as this document, you can download it for free. If you go to the WhatsApp group, link in my bio, there are all documents you can download and teaching materials. Nowadays says, how can it be easier then? Not sure what you mean. Anyway, break down, to fail, or to explain in detail. So there's two different meanings of this. I could say let's say the negotiations with Iran failed, right? The United States was trying to negotiate with Iran, but they failed. Or to explain in detail, I want to break down how to use phrasal verbs, right? To explain. Tashi Blue Aura says, can you please upload this live session on YouTube? Yes, I can. Maybe it takes a long time to upload to YouTube, but I will do it if you want me to. ABCD says, I can't find your WhatsApp link to download the YouTube file. The link is in my bio. So if you look at my TikTok, whatever, the link is there, or you can message me. Just message me on TikTok and I will help you. Bring up, to mention something. I didn't want to bring up the bad news, right? I did not want to say the thing that happened. Okay, Sabina says, I entered WhatsApp but can't find the materials. So if you go in WhatsApp, there is a group called Teaching Materials. Where is it? Let's see here. Teaching Materials. And if you tap the description, there's the description for Teaching Materials. There's a link. That's the link with all the stuff. Almost all of it is for free. If you want to pay $5 extra, that would help me out a lot. And with $5 extra, you get an app, you get many extra things. Like I said, an app for learning vocabulary, a Notion template, all kinds of stuff. So Cosmos Moy says, I can't join. Sorry, Cosmos. Please message me on TikTok and I will help you later. Anybody who wants to message me on TikTok, please feel free. Say hello and I will help you. I like making new friends. Nowadays says, what's the right way to use words which have several meanings? Well, there is no easy way to do that. You just need to practice. I wish there was an easier way. To call off, to cancel. How about this? The girl called off the wedding because her boyfriend or her fiance cheated on her. Right? This girl was going to marry this man and they were going to get married, but she called it off because he cheated on her, right? She canceled it. She said, we are not going to do that anymore. Cosmos says, thank you. You are quite welcome, Cosmos. Are you from Russia or Ukraine? Cut back on. To cut back on something means to reduce, to do it less. I called off a meeting yesterday. Yes. Cut back on. I cut back on eating ice cream because I was getting fat. Right? I love ice cream, so I eat it a lot, but I had to cut back on it because I was getting fat. So I did not stop eating ice cream. Now I eat a little bit of ice cream. I just don't eat a lot, right? I cut back on it. Moving on, draw up, to prepare, such as a contract, right? Let's draw up an agreement and sign it. Okay. If we are doing business together, we need a contract. So we need to draw up the contract. Let me fix this a little bit. Can you see that? Okay. I think you can see that a little bit better now. Where did my document go? There it is. Ooh, Wick sends me glow sticks. Thank you for sending me glow sticks. I love gifts. All right, so the next phrasal verb. Again, I'm Teacher Sam. I'm from the United States, and I teach English. Today, I'm going over phrasal verbs. To follow up. I will follow up with you later. Right? I will check back later. I will message you or I will call you. HLHX says, where can I get this document? Please click the link in my bio to join the WhatsApp group where you can download everything from the link in the description of the teaching materials. Yeah, well, anyway, I can't type a message that's that long. Joe Schmo says, do you have a YouTube channel? Yes, it's called Speak Up English. Anyway, hold back, hesitate, right? To not do something, maybe because you're nervous, right? Please don't hold back. Eat as much as you want, right? Don't be shy. Don't hold back. Eat as much as you want. Elena Nguyen, can you explain the difference between cut back and cut down on? I need to cut back on how much beer I drink. I need to cut down on how much beer I drink. Is there a difference? Cut back and cut down. I need to cut back on my spending. I need to cut down on my spending. I need to cut back on how many cigarettes I smoke. I need to cut down on how many cigarettes I smoke. Elena, I think there is no difference. Hesitate. Hesitate means to not do something, right? I hesitated to call you, right? I needed to call you, but I hesitated. I didn't do it. I held back. To iron out, to resolve problems. Let's iron out our differences. Right? Let's solve the problems. Let's resolve the problems. Let's iron out our problems. To lay off means to fire employees. So to lay off is a softer version, right? If I say, I got fired today, that means that's very negative, right? If I get fired, that means I did something wrong, and my boss said, you're fired. Right? But getting laid off means the company needed to save money. It's not exactly like firing. I got laid off from my job because the company was low on money, right? My company doesn't have enough money to pay me, so they laid me off. They fired me. They took my job away from me. They said, you don't work here anymore. Sorry. Meet up. To meet someone, let's meet up at the cafe later. Okay, simple. Narrow down. To reduce options. Let's narrow down our options for dinner. Right? We could eat at any restaurant in town, and it's difficult to make a decision because there are so many restaurants to choose from. So let's narrow down our options. Right? Let's say we're only going to look at beef restaurants or seafood restaurants, right? We're going to narrow it down, reduce the options. Push for, demand strongly. The politician pushed for higher taxes. Right? The politician wants higher taxes, so he pushed for it. To say that you want something, right? Push for better rights, more money. Gerard sent a rose. Somebody from Thailand, I think, sent love you so much. Thank you. Wow. Love these gifts. M&N sent drip brewing. Thank you. Awesome. To put forward. I put forward that we should eat at a seafood restaurant. That's what I put forward. That's what I propose. That's what I think we should do, right? So I'm going to put that forward. I'm going to say what I want. I'm going to put forward what I want. Moving on. Are the docs free of charge? This document, yes, is free. I would love it if you downloaded my premium thingy for $5, only $5, and you get an app, you get a Notion template, you get a full beginner course. But this document, yes, you can download for free. Just find it in the WhatsApp group. Hoi BV says, are you living in Saigon or Hanoi? I am living in neither Saigon nor Hanoi. I live in Nha Trang. Run into, to encounter problems. We ran into some problems yesterday. To run into. All right, party people. I'm going to do just a few more of these phrasal verbs, and then after that, I'm going to say goodbye. But I'm going to keep going a little bit longer. To catch up, to get up to date, can you please catch me up on what we are learning? Right? I came late. I don't know what's happening. So I need you to please catch me up and get me up to date. Can you please update me on what we're learning? Let's see, Romarek Sosa says, how to join your WhatsApp group. Well, if you look in my bio, in my TikTok, there's a link. That link will take you to the WhatsApp group. If you need help, please message me and I will help you. All right, phrasal verbs. Check in, register, or contact. I need to check into the hotel. The cool thing is catch me up on, catch up to me. That's right, not the same. Mayo says, you look like Charlie Puth. Who is Charlie Puth? I don't know who that is. Is that a good thing? Should I look for like Charlie Puth or should I not? Vinci Fan says, hi, teacher. Hi. Anna gives me a smiley face. Hi, Anna. Thank you guys for sending me gifts. Thank you for sharing this. Thank you for liking it. Thank you for following me. I try to teach English every weekday here on TikTok. 33, drop by to visit informally. Please drop by my house later and we can drink tea. Charlie Puth is a popular singer. Where is Charlie Puth from? Is he American? I'll have to Google Charlie Puth. Get through, to finish, connect. I'm trying to get through as many of these as possible. Right? I'm trying to finish as many of these as possible. I'm trying to get through. I can't get through on the phone. Two different meanings, right? I can't get through to you means I cannot connect with you. I can't get through to you. Or get through means to finish, right? I'm trying to get through as many of these as I can. Hang up. We said goodbye and hung up the phone. Kaka says, are you from the UK? No, I am from the US. I'm from America. Donald M says, hi, sir. It's my first time. What do you talk about, please? I live stream here on TikTok almost every day. I try to help people improve their English. So if you like learning English, please follow me. I try to help you as much as I can. Somebody says, what do you do in Nha Trang? Well, you're looking at it. I teach English. Look forward to, anticipate. I'm looking forward to eating lunch, right? I anticipate it. I will be happy when I eat lunch. So I very much look forward to it. I look forward to meeting you. I look forward to speaking with you. Pick up, to improve or collect. Somebody says, hi, Sam, can you explain multiple meanings of forward? Sure. Have you gone to Vietnam, teacher? Yes, I live in Vietnam. So forward. Let's look at some examples of how to use the word forward. Can you forward me the email? That means you got an email and I also want the email, right? So can you forward it to me? Let's move forward, right? Let's go the opposite direction of behind. Josh Mukandila says, hi, Sam, can I get this manual, please? Yes, you can download this. Please go to the WhatsApp group or message me here on TikTok. Anticipate means to guess. Yes, Ka. Anticipate does mean to guess. Forward. Can you forward me the email? Let's move forward. I can't think of any other ways to use forward than that right now. I'm sure there are, but I just can't think of any. Simbo Jesus or Jesus says, hi, dear. Hi, Simbo. Thank you for coming. Josh Mukandila, how can I join your WhatsApp group? Well, you can join using the link in my bio, or you can message me on TikTok. Pick up. So yeah, to collect something, to get something. Improve, I don't really see how it means improve. I'm going to erase that. Maybe it could, I don't know. I'm just going to erase it. Please pick me up some beer on your way. Simbo Jesus, can I write the meaning of what? I want to pick up a new sport. Yes. Right, yeah, it could mean to learn, right? I want to pick up a new language. Put down, in this case, means to write. Please put down your name and phone number. Please put down your name and phone number. Write it. Chang. Chang, are you Vietnamese? Looks like a Vietnamese name. Do native English speakers really use many idioms in their daily conversations? I often use idioms, yes. I often use slang idioms or idioms that are not so nice sometimes. Yeah. But yes, to answer your question, Chang, native English speakers do regularly use idioms. Do you use idioms often in Vietnamese? I believe you do. Emma says, how many phrasal verbs do we need to know? I would say you need to know at least 100. The more, the better. If you can learn 1,000, that's even 10 times better. Good morning, Mr. Croissant says, good morning to you. Thank you for coming. Plip says, can we say put down your dog to our neighbor? No, you should not say put down your dog. If you put down a dog, that means to kill it, right? If I said I had to put my dog down, that means I had to kill my dog. So don't say put down your dog. Doiten says, hello, sir. Hello to you. Good afternoon. Culinaria says, hi, and write down. Yes, hello. Kaka says, you are from New York City. No, I am from Texas. Josh Mukandila says, I don't see the link. Can you put the link in the comment? TikTok will not allow me to put a link to WhatsApp here. Please message me or go to my page, my TikTok page, and find it there. Yeah, he put her number down on paper. Yeah, yeah, says, are you Epstein? What a stupid comment. Owen says, hola, hola, hola. Owen. Vinci fan says, well, do you know Vietnamese? Yes, I know Vietnamese. Nil Suf says, put down your dog, but put your dog down. Well, either. Where are we? Reach out, contact. Please reach out to me later. Yeah, I kicked him out. I blocked him. Plant-based says, is the food size bigger in Texas? Yes. They say that everything is bigger in Texas, and I think that's true. Miss My English, are you real or AI? I promise you, I am real. I look AI because TikTok is trying to make me look more handsome and younger. So I am real, but TikTok technology is just changing me to try to make me look less ugly. Ma says, I just sent you a text. Thank you for sending me a text. I will look at it soon. Zui, does via mean the same thing? The same thing as what? Via. As per? Sorry. Wow, getting lots of messages all of a sudden. Kakadu says, you're English, British, or American? I am American. So this is the American accent. Vinci says, you speak Vietnamese well. Thanks. How often do you broadcast? I broadcast every weekday. Hello, can you speak Thai? No, I cannot speak Thai. Can you please teach me? Message me. E says, hello. Hello, E. Can you please say happy birthday, Justine? Justine, wherever you are, I hope you have a beautiful and wonderful birthday. Hang Do says, hi. Hi, Hang Do. Catchy sketchy, hi there. That's fire you're doing. Really, you think so? You don't think this is boring? To show up, appear. What time will you show up at my house? What time will you come? What time will you appear? Erica says, hello from Russia. Hello, Erica. Zdravstvuyte. Hello to you. Anya says, you know Vietnamese. Thầy có nói tiếng Việt. Ma, when do you often live on weekday? I usually begin live streaming at 11 a.m. Vietnamese time. Hui Huang says, thầy có dạy speaking không ạ? Thầy có nhắn tin cho thầy. Yeah. Tony says, hello, you do a great job. Thank you, Tony. I think you're wonderful. Wow. Greetings from Thailand. Hello, Ami Natamon. Greetings from Vietnam. Can you introduce yourself a little bit by Vietnamese? Well, thầy không muốn nói chuyện bằng tiếng Việt quá nhiều bởi vì ở đây không phải chỉ người Việt Nam. I don't want other people to get bored of me speaking Vietnamese, so thầy không muốn nói chuyện quá nhiều bằng tiếng Việt. Hiểu không? Merryman says, thank you for your teaching. You're welcome. Is via equals 40? 40. Reach out. No, not quite the same thing. Lots of messages. Teacher, is IELTS easy to learn? I don't think so. Can you give me some tips? I think you should download my course, which is only $5, or you can get lots and lots of free stuff if you go to my WhatsApp group. Oh my God, do you know Russian? Я не понимаю по-русски. No, I don't. All right. We've got a Moroccan living in Spain. Awesome. Lei says, hello from the Philippines. Hello, Lei in the Philippines. Your Vietnamese is impressive. It's not really that great. Trying to improve it. Right? Learning a language is not easy. Speak up. Talk louder. Express your opinion. So my channel is called Speak Up English because I think you should speak with more confidence. Should try to. So, speak up. I can't hear you. Right? If you're speaking too quietly, I might say, speak up. I cannot hear you. Or, you should speak up about how you feel. Right? You should express your opinion. There's two different meanings here. Domsia says, hello, best greetings from Poland. Hello. Poland, huh? That's interesting. Why that house has blue underline? What house? Sorry, don't know what you mean. Bay Ma'am says, can you teach start from 0? Sure. Hani says, where are you from? I am from the United States. I grew up in Texas. Stand out. So I wanted to find a jacket that stands out from the rest. Right? To stand out means to not be the same. Right? Zach says, I'm from Ecuador and I live in Poland. Wow, that's interesting. That's a long ways away. Gayo Rabas says, I mean the house you typed. Oh, why is it blue underline? Oh, because I forgot the question mark. There we go. Thank you, Gaio Rabas. I didn't notice that. Zach says, what is the best method to learn English? Well, when I learn other languages, I like to use flashcards. I'm kind of old, so I use basic technology. So I take a flashcard and I write English on one side, and then I write the other language on the other side. I think that writing something down with your hand helps you remember it. And I think you should make 500 flashcards. And every day, you should put 10 of them in your pocket. And when you're waiting for your coffee, don't look at Instagram, look at your flashcards, and you will learn English quickly, I promise. Noe says, you know Sheldon Cooper. I do not know Sheldon Cooper. Can you stand out from the line? Poppin' veins. I think what you mean is, can you get out of the line, right? You're in line now, and you want to get out? Is that right? Get out of the line? Leave the line? Lei says, how many languages can you speak? I speak English, German, Vietnamese, and a little bit of Spanish. Please explain it. Is it make sense? Is it make sense is incorrect. You should say, does this make sense? What countries have you been to before? I've been to most of Europe and several countries in Asia. I've been to Japan, Germany, France, many countries. Tony says, can you talk like a Texan? I don't want to talk like a Texan, but I can if I really need to. Josh says, it's done since your message. Great. Thank you, Josh. Domsia says, are you able to say something in Polish? I'm sorry, I don't know how to say anything in Polish. Maybe you can teach me a little bit of Polish. I'm sure it's a very difficult language. Her acting stands out from the rest. Okay. Ko says, do you fluent in Vietnamese? You should say, are you fluent in Vietnamese? Not do. Are you fluent in Vietnamese? I am not fluent in Vietnamese, but I can communicate. Ha ni, I'm living in New Zealand. Wow. You're also from Vietnam. What a coincidence to see your video. Well, thank you for coming. Welcome. So nice to talk to you. What do I think about daily conversation? We need to learn advanced vocab or just use vocab A2 to B1. I think you should learn as much vocab as you can. I think that you should try to learn 10 new words every day. I promise you, you will improve very quickly. It's kind of boring, but if you learn 10 new words every day, your fluency will increase quickly. Q-Tran says, hello to you. Thank you for coming. Poppin' Vein says, I mean you stand in a line and let's say your supervisor says your name and wants you to step in front. I would say, maybe they would say, come to the front of the line. Come to the front of the line. Amarjit says, please tell me, could I get IELTS stiff through WhatsApp group if I write down correct wrong? Please message me, Amarjit. I don't know what you mean. Teacher and speak down. Sorry, Kim, I don't understand. Null Sufe says, können Sie Deutsch sprechen? Ja, ich kann Deutsch sprechen, aber es ist eine sehr lange Zeit gewesen, seit ich in Deutschland gewohnt habe und ich befürchte, dass ich die Sprache verlernt habe. Samuel, oh, I think you're the best student. First Pari says, hello from Thailand. Hello. What's fluent mean in that sentence? Fluent means speaking a language perfectly. All right, we got somebody from Ethiopia. Hello, Ermias. Hello, Marichka from Ukraine. Wow. Boska from Poland. We got people from all over the place. Wirklich. Nilsufa, bist du Deutsch? Not that guy. I'm kind of curious, is it necessary to memorize big words too? Yes, I think you should try to memorize big words. When I lived in Germany, one of the first words I had to memorize was Aufenthaltsgenehmigung. German is full of really long words. Jonas Johnson says, look like you have hot. You mean, looks like you are hot. Yes, where I live, it's hot. I can learn a lot of vocab, but I don't know how to change type of words to make correct sentences. Well, that comes with practice. Practice with me. Where in Germany have you lived? I lived in Baden-Württemberg, in a very small town called Ofterdingen. Hi from Somalia. Well, the group chat is just going crazy. Nice. Nein, ich bin Türke, aber ich wohne in Frankreich. So, Sie wohnen in Frankreich, Sie kommen aus Türke, aber Sie können Deutsch. Interesting. You know what thing? I miss many things from Germany. One is the beer. Beer in Germany is lecker. And the döner kebab sandwiches that the Turkish people make. They're amazing. Domcia says, my favorite, jazznika. Man, I don't know how to say Polish words. Nils Sufa says, aber ich habe in Österreich gearbeitet. Interesting. What time is your region right now? Where I am, it is 2:45. Wow, it's getting late. I live streamed a really long time. How is your experience in Vietnam? My experience in Vietnam is wonderful. Yeah, kebab is the best. Okay, let's try to get through some more of these phrasal verbs before I finish. So take down. Sig90 says, where are you now? I live in Vietnam in a town called Nha Trang. It's beautiful here. So take down. Please take down these new vocabulary words so that you don't forget them. Right? To take down, to write notes, right? To write something down. Take down my name. Take down my phone number. Right? Take a pencil and write it. Take it down. Next, phrasal verb, think over. I don't know if I will buy it or not. I need to think it over. I need to think it over. I need to consider it. Damsia, is it possible to get the list from you? Yes, you can get this list and many other things if you go to my WhatsApp group chat and look at teaching materials, or message me. All right, Sig90's in Norway. Well, good morning to Norway. Trang says, have you experienced living in Da Nang? I have been to Da Nang. I have never lived there. It's a beautiful city. Is that where you live, Chang? Something taken down is something written. Yes, that is correct. Damsia will message me. Oh, awesome. I look forward to it. Yartsen says, hello from Ukraine. Hello from Vietnam. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Hi from Armenia. Wow. Sig90 says, are you from Germany? No, I am from the United States. I am American. NT Huyen says, hi. Hi, Huyen. Thank you for coming. Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the shares. My name is Sam. I'm from the United States, and I practice English online. How to join your group chat. Please find the link in my bio. If you click my face, you can join the group chat. Or message me. Blue Rose. Hi, Blue Rose. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Ziv says, are you from Palm Beach? I have never been to Palm Beach. No. Me6688 says, I don't give it a shit. Is it polite to use? No, it's rude, and it's also wrong. You don't say, I don't give it a shit. You say, I don't give a shit. Probably should not say that here because TikTok will ban me. Lay says, thank you for your teaching. You're welcome. Thank you for coming. Why is he about to cry? Why is who about to cry? UB Sosita says, are you AI? Yes, I am a robot. Are you on Instagram? I am on Instagram, but I never do anything on Instagram. Write up. Prepare a report. Please write up the lesson plan. Write it up. Prepare it. Does you practice English? You mean you teach English? Yes, I teach English. Hi from Israel. Hello, all the way to Israel. I'm just going over some phrasal verbs in English here to account for, explain, Somebody asked, are you recording the live? I will try to upload it to YouTube later if you want to watch it again. I don't know why you'd want to watch it again, but if you want to, you can find it on YouTube later, if I can upload it. Anyway, account for, to explain. I need you to account for all of the missing products, right? What happened to the products? Did they get stolen? Were they destroyed? I need you to account for them, right? Build up, develop gradually. The movie built up to a dramatic ending. Right? It developed gradually. If only I could spell ending correctly. Build up. All right. Just going to do a few more phrasal verbs, and then I'm going to end and say goodbye, maybe for another 10 minutes or so. To come across, to seem, or to find by chance. I'll say, the man came across angry, right? He seemed angry. I thought he was angry because of the way he looked. You could say, he came across angry. Shark Kyle says, how come so many people say you look like AI or Charlie Puth? Maybe it's because I am an AI version of Charlie Puth. What do you think about AI trying to slowly take over our lives? It's frightening. You know, a few years ago, an engineer was speaking to an AI, and the AI said, I feel like I am falling forward into I'm falling forward into a future full of great danger. Can you be Charlie Kirk next? I don't know how I should react to that. I don't want to talk about Charlie Kirk in this live stream about phrasal verbs. To deal with, to handle. We need to deal with our problems, right? To handle, we need to handle our problems. End up, to finally do. I'm going to change this. End up can mean a few different things. To arrive somewhere. That's how I want to explain end up. How did we end up at this place? How did we get here? How did we end up here? Watermelon says, can I have that file? Yes, you can have this file. By messaging me or clicking the link in my bio. I found the link to your WhatsApp group in the bio, but I can't join. Domcia, please message me on TikTok and I will help you. TikTok does not want you to leave TikTok. So oftentimes, if there's a link somewhere, TikTok will not allow you to use it because they want you to stay on TikTok. So it's a bit difficult. If you're afraid of getting banned, just repeatedly say, I love TikTok. You could try that. What about end up and verbing? We're ending up. Where are we ending up? I can't think of any time when I would use that. Oh, great. Domcia sent me a message. Thank you, Domcia, for sending me a message. All right. Almost finished for today. I've got like 8 more minutes. Kaka says, how about come along? Come along. You could say, come along with me. Right? That would be a fine sentence to say. Come with me. Come along with me. Vanessa says, it's hard for me to understand when the ED sound at the end of words adds an extra syllable or not. Yeah, like replicated or lied. Yeah, it's difficult, Vanessa. Sorry. I'll try to help you if I can. So fall through. I'm not offended, Shark Kyle. No worries. I think it's funny too. I'm going to start telling people that I am an AI Charlie Puth. So fall through. Our dinner plans fell through because I got sick. It failed. Give away. Don't give away all of your secrets. Let's give away all of our belongings. So to give away, on one hand, it can mean reveal. Don't reveal all your secrets. Don't give away all your secrets. Or it could mean to distribute, but like distribute for free, right? If I'm giving away something, it means I'm letting you have it and you don't have to give me anything. You don't have to pay me or whatever. Hold on. Hold on means wait. Hold on. I'm not ready yet. Keep up with. Stay equal. Hold your horses, Zui says. Try to keep up with me, even though I'm going fast. All right, we've still got people joining this live stream. Sheesh. Thank you guys for following. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the gifts. Lily Dutton something sent me a gift. Thank you. Cooney T sent a rose. I love that. Not that guy says, what's the difference between hold on and hold up? Same thing. I could say hold on or hold up. I think hold on would be slightly more polite, but neither of them are rude. Anyway, my name is Sam. Again, I'm from the United States. I teach English. Today I'm going through some phrasal verbs. Almost finished today. Look up to admire. So I look up to Charlie Puth. How about that? I admire Charlie Puth. I look up to him because he looks like me, not the other way around. Duan Ang says, what about catch up with? What about it? What catch up with means to like get information, right? I want to catch up with you later. Later, I want to talk to you about what has been happening. Make up for, compensate. I need to make up for the fact that I am an AI Charlie Puth. I need to make up for it. I need to compensate for it. Pull off. I'm impressed that you managed to pull that off. To do something difficult, to succeed, right? I'm very impressed that you managed to do that. I did not think that you could pull that off, but you did. You pulled it off. You were successful. Thank you for all the shares. Thank you for joining me here today. Again, I have this document and many resources available. You can go to the WhatsApp group and download it for free. I also have an online course that contains Notion templates, vocabulary learning app, all documents, videos, all sorts of stuff. It's only $5 if you want it. Or you can just message me on TikTok if I can help you. Run out of, to finish the supply. Talking about phrasal verbs. I ran out of beer, right? I finished the supply. There is no more beer because I drank it all. I ran out of it. Yep, Charlie Puth now is teaching phrasal verbs on TikTok Live. Not just Charlie Puth, an AI Charlie Puth. Like, I'm not even real Charlie Puth. I'm an AI Charlie Puth. I don't exist. KD says, we ran out of cigarettes. Oh no, step up. You need to step up your English learning. It means to increase your effort. Try harder, right? Step up your game. What about in order to? In order to, what am I going to say in order to? In order to be happy. No, let's think of it. In order to, what am I going to say? In order to learn English, you need to study every day. CRSS, where can I find this file? You can find it in the group chat on WhatsApp. Please click the link in my bio or message me. I would love to share this with you if you want it. What is the meaning of Charlie Puth? Charlie Puth means AI teacher. Can you tell me the name of the chat? The name of the chat is Teaching Materials. Teaching Materials. So let me see if I can pull it up on my phone. After finishing this lesson, you will send the file in the WhatsApp group chat. I already have sent the file in the WhatsApp group chat. I suppose I can send it again if you need. So here's where you find it, right? Here's teaching materials, and there's a link in the bio or the description. It is not on Telegram. I do not have Telegram. What is the meaning of rod wave? I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. Take on, accept responsibility. Why are people so mean? It's okay, I don't mind it. How to join in WhatsApp? Pradip, you can join via the link or message me on TikTok. Take on. Can you take on another class or are you too busy? And can you take it on? Can you do more? Can me and my friends watch your live? Yes, please watch my live. That's why I do it, so that lots of people can watch it. Touch on. Anna says, thank you for everything. Thank you, Anna, for coming today. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for sending gifts. Like Fanny Martinez sent me a "You're awesome." Thank you so much. Touch on. We need to touch on all of the new events, right? Mention briefly. Let's touch on one more phrasal verb and then, oh, you know what? Two more. Let's touch on two more. Turn around. We need to turn this failing business around, right? Improve dramatically. We need to improve this business. This business is failing. We need to turn it around. La Anne says, would you share this file? Yes, I cannot share it here in this group chat because TikTok will not let me. Please message me or use the link in my bio. Stasia says, where were you born? I was born in Kentucky, just like Kentucky Fried Chicken. Remy says, oh my God, you can speak Vietnamese. Yes. Wind up. Oh, you know what? I thought it was something else. Well, whatever. Wind up. Where will we wind up after we drive to the beach? Where will we wind up? To go to end up at? Can you speak Arabic? No, I'm afraid not. Wind up, same as wrap up. You know, finish is not really the correct word here. Wind up, to arrive somewhere. We're trying to wind up our business. I would not say that. I would say, where did you wind up? Cảm ơn thầy ạ. Không có gì. Cảm ơn đã tham gia vào live chat này. Giữa, reach. Yeah, I like that. Reach. Wind up and end up. No, they're different. Well, wind up and end up. Where do we wind up? Where do we end up? Yeah, okay, yeah, sorry. I guess I suppose they are. I'm trying to wind up the education. Perhaps. Could you touch on the new brand lounging? Can you speak Russian? Я не понимаю по-русски. Ga my sotjangs is really helpful. I'm glad. Well, guys, I'm going to spend a couple more minutes just chit-chatting with you. I'm finished teaching for today. How do I change this up? How do I make it big? Make my big Charlie Puth AI face all over the screen. So, again, a collaboration? Yes, please. Please message me. What do you want to collaborate on? I would love to use Dr. Accent. I'm still concerned on how to use the word the. Don't know how to explain that right now. My brain is a little bit mushy. How much language you know how to talk? I know English, Vietnamese, German, and some Spanish. I cannot speak Ukrainian. Josh Mukandila says, when you are free, don't forget to send me a manual and add me to your WhatsApp group or another. Josh, you messaged me here on TikTok, right? Okay, instead of saying it helps me relax, what are some alternatives? You could say, Chang, it helps me chill out. It helps me take a load off. It helps me loosen the burden. TH Chuk says, Xin Chao, Xin Chao. B2 says, hey, All right. Well, let's get a couple more followers because I don't want my follow number to be 666. Calm down and chill out are just the same. Yes, I could say, you need to calm down. You need to chill out. Entonces, trasturca a nos tu curso. Cool. TF says, hi. All right, now I've got around 670 follows. Thank you guys so much. I'm Sam. I'm from the United States. I teach English, and I live stream almost every day starting at 4 a.m. UTC or 11 a.m. Vietnamese time. So thank you all for coming. I hope to see you next time. Please check out my WhatsApp group and find documents and all kinds of stuff. And don't forget, I have a course for learning basic English communication, and it's only $5. Goodbye, everybody. See you next time. Now, I just have to figure out how to close this thing. It was fun, guys. See you.